All right, we're back. I'm going to start with probably Superman's head and finish off the legs and maybe do part of the background here. All right, we'll start off with the just the cape underneath the arm here. So remember, nice and thin, because you want to separate your foreground and background. And here, if you want to, you could bring this in as a fade. Actually bringing these in like. Right, and just fade it out. No, I think it looks better anyway. It'll look better once it's all faded down. And here. This is going to be because of the background of the back, so you want to actually see it. But I actually have something special planned for that. So oops, ugly line. All right. And all your inside lines, remember, nice and light. And the leaves. When you get into the background, just don't connect your lines because they want them to be far away, right? And then we'll get into the other half of the cape here. We get into the neck. It's just all standard stuff. You guys already know all this anyway. Light source coming down, so right here. So you want to keep it thin. And it's going into the shadow under the neck. You can block out his face if you want here. Or if you want to, you can just, if you're worried about too much black, you just come in here and line it out. Alright. Let's start with some backgrounds here. There's buildings in the background. Probably what Jim had anticipated was that Scott would go in and just follow all of his lines, but he's got, you could either go thinner or thicker, right, for your lines here. Right, and remember this is just basically outlining, so when you line it, it'll just some contrast. And right, so when you bring it down, make sure all your lines are nicely spaced apart. Right. And the same down here, because remember it's shadow up top, right? So. And you come in here with whiteout and add more lines to your, or take away, right? Remember white effect only, right? And this kind of effect is just pushing and pulling. Stop, push, pull. Next week you get that ball on the end, right? Just creating extra line weight. You could actually rule these out, but I got such a steady hand that I don't really need to. Because once you're able to throw your lines, you don't need to. Because you know when you can stop, right? If you could do the whole page without even using any French curves or anything like that, then more power to you, right? See, all this is going to be black back there anyway, so behind him. Right, just see your line, see your endpoint. Remember, this is all over top, right? So these are going to be a little thicker. Right. So when you fade, go back, pull back, right, that's the effect you're going to get, right? See, actually down here it actually looks really good, right, under the cape. Alright, let's continue. So all this back here is rocks, right, and all this in here, right? So you could just come in here, block that out, right? Blocking that out meaning, you know, just outline it for now, and it can come back in and black it in, then come in with the white and just white it out. But what I wanted to show you today was your fades, right? So down here, right, it's light, and then you just got lines going up, and as the lines get up further and further into the black will be here, right? You want to go thinner and thinner and thinner down here, and darker up here, right? And all of this will just be all haloed out, right? So let me finish all this up here first. So I'm going to have it going, yeah, just barely touching the canvas. And as you get up, push your lines in together, closer to closer, and add pressure. Right, same with here. Right. I can fix that later, but so when you go back, you'll have a nice fade, right? Going in and up. Of course, this all in here is going to be black, right? X is black, so it looks very top cowish, I know. But it's the way Jimmy wants it, so that's why Jimmy gets paid the big bucks, right? Alright, so I guess we'll continue with the backgrounds. Okay, now this here, this canister, is in your foreground. It's actually right next to the Batman, so it's going to be a lot thicker than this here, right? So your outside lines are creating depth, right? So you want these to be really, really thick, right? Right. And here I'll just line these out. Remember your light source, right? So light source is key. Key. Right. Right. So he's got another fade down here. And I'll probably fade these out too, right? So remember, it's going up into the black, right? So your thing will be thin. And as you go up, go thicker. Right. Same with here. Light will be on top. Same with here, light on top. Alright. And I'll do the same here. He doesn't have it here, but I think it'll just look good, right? So. Right, and up here. It's just black here. Sorry. Right. Oops. So I'll just fill this in for black. Just so you guys can see the transitions. This is all black in here anyway. So come in here and cut that out with the white. Do your, I don't know what they call it, reverse inking, I guess. Right. We're up to 17 minutes already. So we fade back, right? Same with here, right? All the rubble behind Batman or Superman. So you know that it's going to be right. So all these lines down here are going to be really, really thick, right? Coming down because the light is coming up. Sorry, it's dust on my. So you can actually go in here and just do it exactly like Jim has, but I'm going to actually make my lines closer together. And there's certain spots here that, see there's a line there, right? So that'll be thick up here, then down there, right? Where you can actually see the form of the rubble that it is, right? Yeah, just, you know, go in there, have fun, right? You hit that line, right? A little happy little line in there. And then, like this. Remember, you can always go, we could always add more, but you can't take away. Whiteout only for effect. Then when you're happy with so far what you're doing, go in there, just put something out like that. Then you can start lining. Now remember, this is 2 parts here, 1, 2, so it's easier to do it separately than together. So you go in, remember your right, and then your other one will come up here. Okay. Go over. Right, then go back. And same with here, right? And just fade it out. Right. Yeah, it's most important is find out what your tool can do, whether it be a nib or a brush or even a tech pen. You can get some pretty crazy stuff even out of a tech pen. By just holding it down, right? It'll leave a blob and then just flick it out and you'll actually create a pretty nice little hatch line. Or try to make rocks look like rocks, right? So you go in here and just go like this. This broken panel, so add some line weight to it. It's not perfectly scratched or not perfectly. It's rubble, right? So it's not supposed to be perfect like assembly line type stuff here. What are we up to? 24 minutes. Okay, I'll take it up for till half an hour. Then I'll call it for this one. Till next week, guys. So I'm probably going to keep this as an upload schedule, probably every Monday. I'll do a new video. Or maybe I'll do more. But it will be every Monday from now on, so. So in here, it's got it all black, right? Except for these little things right here. But you can go in here and use splatter or whatever you want. Come in here and outcut with the white, right? and this is just smoke. So important thing is when you're doing textures is try not to have your textures look the same. Keep them up, break them up, right? Because if they all look the same, then you'll have a problem, right? Because it'll just look like, well, that texture looks the same, so it's not really the same, right? So and same with my rule of thumb is, don't have two blacks right next to each other. Halo one of them out, it'll just look better. Unless, of course, talk with the artist first and see what he says. But say he suggests this and this and this. If he says, yeah, okay, go for it, do it. But there's all lines and cabling. All right, well, let's just look back here, see what we did. Yeah, it looks all right. Oops. Those are just my my testing throw lines. I guess it's my quick little warm up. Throw 3 or 4 lines. All right, well, I'm going to leave this one here for now. All right, and I'll see you guys next Monday. All right, cheers.